Hola, SpaghettiOs. I hope you can hear me because I'm using StreamYard for the first time. I don't know what I'm doing. uh, FML. Guys, tell me, can you hear me? Am I live in the underworld? UT long. Let go. Chief Kins here. I wanted to listen to PK and Radar whole night. I could absolutely do that. Lighting looks good. Oh, hey. Lav boy. Is there a delay? I'm reading them as they come. Let's do a countdown. Delay. Hopefully not too bad. Excuse the mess, guys. Smash that like. Thanks, you two. So what's going on? What's everybody up to? It's Friyay. It's fun time. We're gonna have some fun. Why not? We're gonna have a blast. What's everyone saying? Hey, what's going on? What you all been picking up this week? What's rapping, rup? Felipe de Souza. What up, my friend? I love that it's oak. I need to break out the lab coat Matazo. Ooh, hitting that Matazo this week. Did we hit Wilderness? Chief Keen, what have you been playing around with? Piquing my interest. You guys. You guys. Come on, let's talk about Charles. Please tell me all of you watched the video that Mason did on Charles. Please tell me. Because all I could think the whole time that Mason was talking about that was we need to buy Charles some packs. We need to get something going on. Did I buy a UFO box this week? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Wait, UFO's live? I didn't know it had been released yet. Are we kidding or not? What's going on? Is UFO live? When did UFO get released? Apparently, Lost Origin just gets released whenever the hell they want to do it. The Bacon Street date. Oh, I see. Football Pete had them night ship. What? No way. PFX FS next MEMBN2179 Football Pete. That guy. He is awesome. I've spent a lot with him in 2020 and 2021. It's out on the 29th. Oh, I didn't realize it was. I didn't even realize it was this month. Okay. I'm catching up, guys. I'm getting with it. I need to get with the MetaZoo updates. Need to get bussin', right? No cap. Yeah, that is a good deal. $90. Although you could buy a lot of beer with $90. That could be a wild party for the street. What I would have done for $90 when I was 20 years old. Woo! That would have been a fun time. And now I'm buying shiny cardboard. What's going on? Guys, what the hell is this? Someone tell me what this set name is. It's Japanese battle styles, I'm guessing. Someone tell me the set name. I got this for free this week. I placed an order for an item that you guys are going to see in my next mail day video. And the guy got sick. Poor guy. Over in Japan. And he didn't post it out because he was sick AF. No cap, bus him. And he sent me this and a couple of the little bits as a sorry. And it's been bugging me. I can't remember the name of the set. It's the Japanese battle styles. Some Pogo for the first time this week. Meh. Yeah, unless you hit the Pikachu's, Felipe, you ain't gonna have a good time. It feels like it's Mewtwo will go home with the old art. That's the old alternate art. Seems to be the only thing that people are crazy excited for. Rengeki. Rengeki. Am I saying that way too English? Rengeki. Literally have no idea how to say that, but I like the word. It does sound a little bit like yoga, like it's a type of yoga. Lowest I saw was $84. But you have to order multiples. I don't care enough to save $5. Quite right. I feel you, Thrifty. Dragonite is okay. Oh, yeah. Dragonite. People are loving on Dragonite. I'm very surprised that the Radiant Charizard is doing so well with how many it seems to be printed and being pulled. A lot of people are pulling the Charizard. I think the only Radiant I have left that I need is the Venusaur. I'm opening. Let's do it. Oh, we are ripping shipping on a Friday night. Okay. All right, let's do it. You ready? UCGC that ship yet? I did not. Should I? Thrifty? Do I need to CGC it? Tempted to get one, but I'm gambling for cheaper. Like Amazing Rares. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Felipe. Literally thought that's exactly what was going to happen. And, oh, well, I guess you can weigh Jenna Eki packs because this is absolute BS. But thanks for the free card. I like that this has a Pokeball in it. Hopefully you guys can see it. That's cute that it has the Pokeball in it. That's a cute art. I haven't seen that in English. Who knows? I do love Amazing Rares though. They are quite wonderful. I don't have much to rip. I shouldn't start ripping. Andrew entered the chat. Hey Andrew, how are you? We are waiting on Mason because we want to talk about Charles. Guys. If you are not subscribed to Dagreen Shiz's Discord. You guys need to go in there right now and look at the post that was just made. That is the funniest thing. They win the internet today. I'm going to tell them right now. Secret Shop Cards wins the internet today. We really do need to hear more about Charles. I am not kidding. Can someone please ping Dr. Professor Mason into the ER? Mason. Nurse calling. We have a code blue. How many we got? Who's in here tonight? I literally have no idea what I'm doing with the StreamYard thing. I can see there's a little quack quack duck duck thing going on up there, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. Give me a sec. I'll hope on. Hope on. Come on, Jacob. Hope on. We're all hoping you hope. If I can. I'm in a party mood. You guys want to have a disco party? So I've got the flashing lights. Let's get the lights going. You. What up, Professor Oak? How's it going? I'm glad I got a chance to catch a live. K Newer. I am really glad that you joined us tonight because we're gonna have some fun. We're waiting on a couple of other PokeTuber boobers and we're going to have a chat with those goobers. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're not wasting your time tonight because I am in a positive, fun, atmospheric mood. And I have a can of cider. Cheers, guys. Friday night. Crazy week at work. So let's unwind. Mason, signal out. Wow. I see sirens. Felipe, I think that's Beers. It's either Beers or a public sub. I can't tell. It's so tiny and I'm so old and I'm not wearing my glasses. You guys have never seen me wear my glasses. It's a good reason for that. Beers. Definitely beers. Chief Keen is beering too. How do I add a beer in this? StreamYard pros tell me how to add a beer because I want to cheers to these guys. Cheers to the beers. I'll just cheers. Cheers. Wonderful. Derek, are you still here? Derek, this is you. Chief Keen, this is you. Package it up, ready to go, baby. What do you guys want to talk about? You got any questions? Huh? Do you? Is it clear? Am I clear? Am I clear on StreamYard? F Zoom. Zoom was Boomer. Yes, K Noah, go grab 2, not 1. Come on, let's go. 2. Did I go to any of the cons? Felipe. Funny you should say. That boy Chief King that you see in the chat right there. I met up with him at the Orlando con and DNA bussing. Chief Keen and I met up at the Orlando con and we ripped some boxes and had a blast and recorded it. Look back on my previous videos. It was pretty fun. And his wife is absolutely wonderful. She's a delight and brilliant couple. So lovely. Such a fun time. Made my whole weekend. I was smiling for a week straight. Collecticon is crazy. It is packed. There is a million different things going on. It's a little I don't know. I want to say overwhelming, but I don't think it is overwhelming. I think just the hustle bustle craziness of so many people doing so many different things at one time. It's just a little like makes I don't know. Maybe it feels a little anxious. I don't know how to describe it. It's a little crazy. Um, but yeah, it's fun. It really is fun. If you guys ever get a chance, want to push yourself and go do that, go do it. Especially if you meet Chief Keen or anyone similar there, because that really was the highlight for me. It really was. In DNA, I know you're real strong, but how's your internet game, bro? Lost Origins looking litty as fluff. It is, and it has a Pikachu. You're welcome. Ancient enters the chat. Hi, Ancient Mew. We definitely have a couple of lurkers in there. There's more people on this stream than are commenting. Lurkers, show yourselves. I'm excited to see your faces. You're in Denver. Thrifty, do you felt overwhelmed? I don't know if overwhelmed is the word. What's the word I'm thinking of? It was like, it just felt like so much. Crowds of people are scary enough, and there was zero security. I literally just walked in, and they gave me a piece of paper around my wrist, and said, "Okay, bye." Florida's crazy. Overstimulated. That's just teasing. I know it's Friday, Thrifty, but come on, let's keep it child friendly here. We're talking about Pokemon. Chief, that's sweet. Thank you. I just saw that comment. You're a dope dude too. It was so fun. You know who else I met? We met Old School Pokemon, and we met Pallet Town, and who else was there? Crystal, Vanilla Ice, Vanillux Ice. See what I did there? Vanillux, you guys. Yeah, I got my jokes tonight. Bussin'. Dab. Friday night is for the Pokemon homies. Yep, we're homieing it up. Homie. I guess I'm just running alone tonight. It's me or me. Anyone want to jump in? I have 3 people that should be jumping in. What are your thoughts on the Pokemon market? Marty, welcome in. I saw you kicking off the comments there. Thank you very much. I think I have spent more in the last 2 months than I have in the past 6 months before that. I've definitely escalated my purchases. Definitely ramped them up. I've seen more deals. I'm feeling more regret for not being more patient earlier, and I should have waited a little bit more. I think I've hit 10 to 20% loss on some of the cards that I've been buying in the past couple of years, which isn't terrible. You know, I'd been pretty cautious on the prices I got, but it's still a loss nonetheless. So I think, I think it's a buyer's market right now. I think it's a good time to negotiate. I think it's a good time to find prices, get deals. I think people are feeling a little desperate, which is good and bad, obviously. But I definitely think it's not a selling time, right? We're not selling right now, which doesn't necessarily mean buy everything. It means hold or buy, depending on the situation and the card, what it is that's going on. But I definitely I'm not getting the same return on sales that I had been getting previously. So I'm definitely being more conscious. I think more people are looking at data points, trying to make wiser decisions and smarter stuff. I'm seeing a lot less good slabs hitting the market, a lot less good slabs hitting eBay. Excuse me, and I'm seeing more people hold, collect, invest, whatever it is they're doing. Yeah, I hope that kind of answers it. I'm buying. You can see slabs on slabs on slabs. I'm piling up. These are the cheaper ones. These aren't my fancy ones, but got a lot going on there. Okay, sorry. Let's jump back to the chat. Okay, so we've got Zorklect hoping on. We've got DNA is going to do a hop on. Thrifty is going to do it's a lot. It sure is a lot, but a good experience nonetheless. Um, Dad ish. Dab. I'm a dab. Do you need me to floss, Thrifty? Do you need me to be a little more hip and with it? Is that what it is? Almost done. Zorklite is going to join. I was here the whole time. I know you were here, Marty. I'm just saying thanks for kicking us off. And welcome to the rest of the chat. Are you a rock star? Boondock is in the house. Hey, Boondock. I saw you over there on PK's. Drew's here too. Oh, gosh. Did PK end or are you all coming over? I feel guilty. I literally said I was going to go live like 7 minutes before PK just randomly went live. I was like, oh, dang it. I feel terrible, but you guys need to hear my voice every so often. I can't just do mail days, right? You guys don't just want mail days, you want the real oak. Yes, my purchases have been a lot more, but so has my sales, so it's a wash at this point. Huh. Interesting, Chief. Yeah, I mean, it's it's the ebbs and flows, right? But it's also the, like you're kind of saying, it's the it's okay. You know what's happening gross, what's happening net. That's the real killer. It doesn't really matter what's happening gross if the net's not good. Ancients dabbing. Drew is in. Oh yeah, Drew's in the house. You left me with Mason and Basic Trainer. Wait, what? Basic Trainer. I don't know what he's selling. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been buying a bunch of CGC 9 base set 2 cards. There's so many. Wow, I never thought about. Oh, excuse me, guys. I never thought about people sending in base set 2 to CGC. I haven't seen a lot of those. That's interesting. Guys, do you like my mustache? My like 4-day mustache. It's like 3 days, 4 days. My wife hates it, and I just did it just to be silly. I'm not actually Tom Selleck, just so you know. Despite how much I look like him. I keep it real. I stopped watching certain live streams. Need more oak streams. Marty. Bro. That's so sweet. So sweet, Marty. Slabs mostly from A series and gold stars. Okay. That escalated fast. A series and gold stars are pretty fun. If you get a goatee, you become your alter ego. Marty. That's a video, right? How can I not run with that? My wife's gonna kill me. I gotta do that. I'm gonna do a. I don't know. Maybe I should do Professor Elm alter ego. What would Professor Oak's alter ego be? Or maybe I could just be Dark Professor Oak, like a dark Pokemon. Dun dun dun. Lower end. Chief, 7 to 9 is not lower end. Plus, I don't even know how that didn't click. Oh my god, of course. Imposter Oak. Okay. That's what we need to do. Imposter Oak. Imposter Oak incoming. That's going to be fun. I'm all in. I'm all in. Chips on the table. Let's go. BC7 Blissey from Neo Rev for the Bandits of Beauty. Guys, I just sent Derek. I don't know if you're still in the chat, Derek. I just sent Derek a slab, and I'm not joking. It's a PSA 10, but it has the tiniest dent that PSA did to it whilst they were grading, and it's now a 6. It's a 10, but it's a 6. I hope it shows you guys what it is. I think it's pretty interesting. We have a special guest. Guys, welcome in Jacob.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. Hang on.
No, hang on.
My settings. I'm having issues with my audio on this setup. You're not muted, right?
All right, can you hear me?
You guys can hear him. All right. Let me try moving this audio around a little bit.
What is going on?
No, that's not working either. Okay. Oh.
Can you hear me?
What the?
What is that?
Guys are legit. I knew this was too good to be true. I knew that these headphones were going to mess me up.
Testing.
Okay, Jacob, give me a second. This is literally my first time using StreamYard, and I don't know what I'm doing. So none of my audios are working.
No?
You guys can all still hear me. You can hear me, right, Jacob? Okay. Maybe I should switch to a plug-in headset instead. Maybe we should do that.
Can everyone else hear me?
Okay, F's in the chat for StreamYard because apparently it's the worst ever. Oh my god, guys, I'm sorry.
Cool. I guess Oak's slacking.
This is a joke. Marty, Jacob is Zod Collect and he is a rock star. He's one of my friends and we do trades, and he's William. Okay, on voice in Discord, maybe you can hear him. Black balls. Oh, hi, Jose. That's interesting. I'm glad I have 27 mods. Yeah. Okay. Guys, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna grab a different headset, see if that'll fix it. Oh wait, they were turned off. They turned themselves off. Maybe that was it. You guys didn't tell me the blue light was missing. Jacob, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
I'm in. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
You guys, tell me. You gotta help me out. I've got Boomer going on here. Jacob, you look crystal clear. Your camera looks fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the Sony I'm using.
It's
I got it
wonderful.
all set up, figured out.
How are we to know, Oak? Thrifty, now you know. Now mods know. Watch for if the blue's not on, then you know it's Boomer time. Jacob, this is your first live ever, right?
Yeah, ever, yeah. Typically I don't do lives, but this is fun.
It is fun. We're just gonna talk craziness. We'll just have a bit of fun. I don't know if you saw me talking for the past half an hour about nothing other than the cool people in the chat. But if you want to go ahead, give a quick introduction, who you are, what you're up to. Say hi to everyone.
Yeah. Well, my name's Jacob. Go by Zarcollect. I just started a YouTube channel with a whopping 4 subscribers. Everyone I know, but it'll grow. Yeah, I mean, I grew up loving Pokemon, and then I met you, and pretty much Oak got me back into it, unfortunately.
Oh, here we are. It's my fault.
Yeah.
No regrets. Now
No, it's a
you've
blast.
been ripping a lot of packs recently, right? What have you been ripping the past week or so?
Man, I got it. Brilliant Stars is like one of my favorites. I know everyone's all about Evolving Skies, and I like Evolving Skies too. It's great, but Brilliant Stars, man, I just have such a blast. Then I have been doing some Pokemon Go too. Got
Oh, yeah, ETB in it. I'm just pulling. I'm just gonna pull your YouTube. I'm gonna link it in the chat for everyone so they can
I
subscribe.
appreciate that.
We've got a few rock stars in the chat right now, so let's see
Yeah,
what we
I'm
can get going.
just kind of figuring out how to do it all on YouTube. It's different, you know, from
It's
just cutting hair.
it's definitely different. It's a whole ball game. This is my first time using StreamYard, and yeah, clearly it's not as simple as Zoom. Zoom, you just click and go. It's a little
Yeah,
more
you get used to it.
user friendly. Yeah,
I
but
like the
there is,
interface.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. I can click here and UT Brilliant Stars. What got me into Pokemon? It is a
Yeah,
fantastic set.
man, I tell you what, you can't beat it. I
Okay,
think it's the
so
combination of, I mean, obviously Charizard's in the set. Everyone loves to pull him, but the trainer gallery is great, and you get so many hits. I mean, you know, can't beat it.
all right, links in the chat, guys. Go sub. Go sub. Yeah, I think Lost Origin is going to be an interesting one. It looks like we might be getting the Charizard Lance sitting down, like I don't know what do you call it?
I
They
have
were
it.
like
Yeah.
sitting together.
Hang on. Grab a couple.
This one. We're getting the English version of this one, right?
Yes,
Where they're having a little snuggle or whatever on the sofa.
that's
It's like
that's what
petting.
I hear.
Yeah,
Is
let's
that
go.
Lance or Leon?
Oh, Leon. Yeah.
Is it
Sorry, I'm
Leon?
thinking
Okay. Well,
celebrations. Yes, Leon.
I just posted on my Instagram and I put Leon, and I'm like, man, did I mess the name up?
Look at these guys. Marty 7, Thrifty says she's 9. Guys, let's get him to 5,000 likes, 5,000 subs right now. Let's go.
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it.
Let's go. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think if we've got that combined with the Sleepy Pika and Felipe just said it. Yeah, we've got a few fun cards in that set. From what I can tell, I think
Yeah.
it's going to be a pretty special one. I'm
So I
excited for it.
saw I saw an article of some photos released
Uh-huh.
from the warehouse, the factory, and it was all like air cards that they print and they would destroy, and it was
Oh,
from the new
yeah.
set. And for sure it had the Chunkachu and is it Ash, I think. Like on the VMAX Climax set
Yeah, I
where
don't
it's
know if it's
got
ash or red, or I get confused
red.
which one's which.
Yeah,
I think they call them red or whatever. It
yeah,
is
red.
ash basically. Yeah, same thing.
That I remember him, in the Pokemon game, the Game
Yeah,
Boy game is Ash, so
yeah, or whatever you call them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we know for sure that one. And then I also saw some links, maybe the gold Pikachu, the one that I just gave you.
hmm
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be pretty special. I'm surprised that gold ones haven't like broadened. They haven't done more Pokemon and more gold ones because I know some of the other ones. Um, was it? Oh my gosh, what's his name? God, man, I cannot think straight tonight. Um, yeah, it's gone. But some of the rainbows, I guess I should just generalize what I'm trying to say. Some of the rainbows, I'm surprised they haven't done a gold version of the rainbow version of the regular version. Like I feel like Pokemon with how they've been broadening and making all these special cards so fancy and so much. I'm really surprised I haven't booked up the gold side stuff, especially the black and gold, like that
Yeah.
Pikachu. That's
Well,
a pretty special looking one.
in Pokemon Go, you have the gold Mewtwo
hmm
and the rainbow Mewtwo and the V-Star Mewtwo. And they're all the same card,
Yeah.
same artwork. So I see, but it would be sweet with the black and gold, like that Pikachu. That would
Yes.
definitely,
Well, I mean, it's just so bold, right?
yeah,
It's so out there. It's fun. I love it. I actually these past 6 months I'm enjoying talking about modern more than ever. I think modern these past few sets have been brilliant with celebrations, evolving skies, brilliant
oh
stars,
yeah,
astral radiance. I mean, everything. They've just been putting so much effort in. There's so much going on right now.
oh, there's so much good cards. I'm a huge Brilliant Stars fan, but Evolving Skies is amazing. All the artworks, the alternate art. I mean,
There's so much. There's so much going on. Which so
yeah,
much going on there. This is interesting. Retrograded. Literally pre-ordered 4 of the Lost Origins. Pokemon sent ETB 30 minutes ago. Beauty is you can cancel up until they ship if it's ultimately garbage. Literally what I did with Pokemon Go. The
you
second that
cancel.
made so Mason put a post out saying that he was going to do them live
Yeah,
ETBs, where he's going
I
to rip
got one of
it.
those. Yep.
Right, he did that. So the second he did that, I was like, I'm not going to buy them. I'll just buy them from Mason. I'd rather buy them from my friend, the Pokemon Center. So I bought them from him instead. And yeah, I canceled them, and done, game over. Like it just click of a button, which I do love. So that's a really good point. I mean, the thing is, we're talking about Cancel Potatoes Ultimate Garbage. I mean, they're not shipping until Wednesday. Usually Wednesday, sometimes Thursday that they'll market shipped of release week, but the stores are getting it Monday, sometimes the week before.
Yeah,
So like you're
yeah.
already
You
seeing them.
see it all.
Yeah, they're already coming
And
out. So
if you watch YouTube, you see all the big YouTubers, Pokemon ships all the product to them.
I
See
mean,
all
we're
the
already
cards.
seeing Lost Origin now, right?
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
There's already stuff you just said yourself. You saw the Instagram video. Yeah, retro. He's saying he saw the same thing. He uh,
Yeah,
he got with Mason. So
that's crazy. So, yeah, but I don't think Lost Origins is going to be garbage. I think you should be okay.
I think it's going to be a big hit. I
Yeah,
think I said I don't know, maybe a month or two ago that I think it's going to be their biggest trainer gallery set ever.
that would be cool. That would be cool. I enjoy the trainer gallery.
Hang on, I think we've got another special guest joining. I just realized we can comment to each other. Oh my god! I just saw your message. Yeah, Chief. It does. It does look fun. I am a little concerned on the size of the set. That's left me a little nervous after.
I haven't even looked. What is the size supposed to
I don't
be?
know that. Yeah, I don't know that, and that's what I'm concerned about is what that's going to look like. I did a video a couple of months back on the amount of cards for 2021 sets to collect, and it was a lot. I mean, it was hundreds and
Oh,
hundreds
dude.
for each one. It's far too much time and money to be able to actually collect a set, especially all of them. Like it's just not realistic. So I'm hoping that they put this effort in, but make it realistic to be able to actually like get the cards. And I think that's what has been nice about like Pokemon Go and celebrations. These special last couple of special sets, they have been a little smaller. It just seemed like it's a little more realistic to get the cards that you actually want.
Yep.
In a
Yep.
box or two. So, have you pulled all the cards that you want from Pokemon Go so
Me?
far?
No. I'm missing
Mm-mm.
that Mewtwo in Times Square.
The old
Pulled
talk.
everything else. Pulled a couple of the gold Mewtwo's. And I haven't even opened that much of it at all.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I had one guy, I connected with him. He's a local guy and he sells Pokemon
Hmm.
online. And he's actually gave me some product to open on the channel and give away. So pretty
That's
much, I
awesome.
mean, yeah, it's great. But that's about the only time I've really opened it. Except tonight I went to Walmart and saw the ETB and had to pick it up.
Was it stocked up? Did they have a
Yeah,
bunch of stuff there? Yeah.
they had a ton, a lot of Astral Radiance, Brilliant Stars. I got 10 packs of Brilliant Stars. Got to open that. I pulled
Yeah.
everything out of Brilliant Stars except for the full art Arceus.
Hmm.
The only card I have not pulled.
This time 20 months ago, I mean, I don't think there was a single store that had a pack on a shelf. There was literally, like, I remember this time 20 months ago, people queuing up, like literally lining up outside stores, waiting for MJ Hollins to bring the cards in and send them up on the shelves.
It's crazy.
Different world.
I mean, I must have
Swami,
got back in it at the right time.
perfect time. Yeah.
I mean,
I
how long
mean,
have I been cut? Like, how long have we known each other? Few years, 2 years,
couple
year
of
and a
years
half,
ish. Yeah, something like that.
and we never talked about it until 4 months ago.
Yeah. I didn't talk to a lot of people about it. I think it was just because it was like, I don't know, like my hobby. Like it was just my little thing that I did. And I talked about this in a live stream or something a little while back. But there was a just a part of me that like didn't realize other people were like in this, like we had the same thoughts, had the same like passion
Yeah,
and fun, and like wanted to do this stuff. Like I didn't realize, and then when I did, I was like, oh, let's
a
go.
ton.
Like
Yeah,
all
it's a
bets are off. Yeah, like let's go. Let's jump into this. So yeah, the past 6 months or so, I've been unleashed, I guess you could say myself. But in the year prior, I mean, last year, I was just consuming everybody's content. Everyone. I've got. I mean, I spend
yeah,
hours and hours every week listening to people talk on this stuff.
yeah. That's how I've been the last couple months. I mean,
We.
just nonstop.
It's just so fun.
Well, there's so much, so many layers to it. Like you said, I mean, base set. I mean, how many cards did they have in that? Like 47 in the whole set. Something
Yeah, I
real
mean, when
good.
you're talking about sets that are under 100, and then you're talking about sets that are
Over
300
200.
plus
Yeah,
reversers on top of that too for the common, uncommon and stuff.
there's
Like,
so much. I mean, it's great though. It's awesome.
yeah, I mean, the artwork, especially the artwork, is absolutely phenomenal at the moment. You
Yes.
know, talk about
Like this.
illustrators, like,
This card right here.
oh, yeah, I mean, it's next
I
level.
mean, yeah, Venusaur. I mean, you can't beat it. It's,
That, I mean, it's a piece of art. When you look at base set, it's hard to look at that and say that it's artwork. You know, it's not
yeah. Well,
like
we
the
appreciate it because I mean, when base set came
nostalgia.
out, yeah, that's when I got into Pokemon was, 99 when it hit America.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
some of the 2000 era stuff it started to kick up a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, base set and before is fairly rudimentary,
Yeah.
honestly. What's everyone talking about in the chat? Totally fair. 6 years, 34 was ancient dead rights. Well, it was 2020. Swami, yeah, I mean,
102 cards in base set. I didn't realize it was that much.
yeah, well, yeah, that's it. When you talk about 100 and under, like when you're in that realm, I mean, you can actually collect it. That's kind of what I was saying with, Go and celebrations. It's realistic to collect. It's difficult to pull some of the cards, but you can buy them for a few bucks. Like it's not the end of the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max, this one's yours. I've got a few going on here. This is you, Max. I got a couple of packages going out in the morning.
Giveaways or just
Yeah, just sending some stuff
that's
out
awesome.
for awesome people. Things that they need, things that I think are fun. Um, I signed my wife up for a special delivery church. I don't know what it is. Sister's house. Retrograded. Yep. I think that's been a play for a few people. Have you signed up for the special delivery Charizard? Did you get the email for it? You
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah. I signed up that day.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, that's my favorite thing to collect are the Charizard. So hopefully
Yeah. I
I
remember
sign
telling
up.
you in the shop. I remember telling you about the Bidoof, the special delivery Bidoof. How I just like bought it, sent it off, and sold it for like 700, 800,
Yeah,
whatever it
that's
was. I sold it.
crazy.
It's easy money. I mean, it
Well,
was like snap of a finger.
this is the second time they've released the Charizard, right? The special delivery.
Well, so the first one was Pikachu, and then there was a stolen one that was 100% stolen. That was a special delivery Charizard. A couple got leaked out essentially, sold, graded,
Mm,
kind of messed around, and then they actually fully released a special delivery Bidoof, which is a Charizard holding a Bidoof, and now
yeah.
they're actually going to release the full Charizard, which
Oh,
has
okay.
been on the book for 2 years. I mean, it was 2020. I think the promo was dated, so it's a little confusing. We all were like wondering like what's going on. Why is it taking so long? Um, but yeah, it
Hmm.
looks like it's on the way. I'm very curious on how many are on the way. I don't know what's going on there volume wise. I don't know if it's print to demand. It's a lot more mysterious than the other releases they've done for them.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
almost like they just only printing a certain amount, which is cool. I mean, it'll make it, hopefully, the value stay there.
Yeah.
It's cool if I can get one. If I don't get one, I'll be mad about it.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't know what to expect. I think it's pretty interesting that um, the Pikachu and the Bidoof haven't fluctuated too much in price. They've gone, a couple $100 here and there, but they
Yeah.
haven't tanked and they haven't like gone crazy high. It's been a fairly steady, like, bit of a rhythm going with the pricing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
there.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, the Bidoof is averaging about 209 right now, and the Pikachu about 111.
Yeah, I sold a crimped Bidoof. I think it was 150, 160, something like that. All right, we got a rock
Ancient
star to
Mew.
we got a rock star to add into the chat. I just want
Okay.
to know the best time to buy that Zold, or is it we should have dropped some. Ugh, yeah,
Oof.
ancient. I got no idea. I don't.
Yeah, I do think he asked if Brilliant Stars is going to have a reprint. I would assume they would do it, but it might be another 6 months or something.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait and see. I
Yeah, you
guess.
just never know. I mean, they're about to reprint Evolving Skies, is what they say.
Uh-huh.
So I would assume it would
I think it's
come.
already dropping. I know some stores have already got that
Got
going.
some in.
So
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean, like you said, we were picking up packs in Walmart a couple of weeks
Yeah,
ago. It
remember?
was
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
I pulled
Yeah, I
nothing. Just
just picked
but
up I picked up a booster box 2 days ago for $130.
Evolving Skies.
Yeah, on eBay. Just kept looking.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big difference to a month ago. That's for
Yeah, it
sure.
was like 165.
I'm gonna jump. We have a Pokemon DNA joining us. What's up, a Pokemon DNA?
Oh, can't hear him.
Definitely can't hear you.
Can you hear
Please
me
tell
now?
me. Sure
Yeah.
can.
Cool. Am I echoing at all?
No, you sound good.
Okay, well, something's going on to where I hear
Do we?
myself repeat back, but
Oh no.
I'll get it fixed here in a second. But what I was saying was, if you want to keep this layout, we can. But do you want to change it to like how we have it on my channel or no?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. If you look at the bottom of the God, this is so weird with the echoing behind. I'm hearing
Is
everything
that
I'm
better?
saying. There we go. Yeah.
Hi everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Or is it that? What does that do?
Oh,
So-
star. We got the star.
All right, we are live. DNA. This is Jacob Zard Collect. He's a friend of mine, a local friend that is big into Pokemon too. DNA is the master of editing and uh, fun time. Gimme Pokemon nights. So yeah, I think we're a good combo tonight. We got
I
a
appreciate it.
we got we got a few in the chat. We got some cool peeps in the chat. Where you get the frame from? Yeah, I need to figure out framing. There's a lot I need to figure out, guys. We are good though. We are live. It's working. Duck isn't in anyone's face, so that's a good start. DNA.
So I think I figured out why it's echoing. It's because I'm running this on two computers right now, and I'm hearing myself on the other computer, or because the other computer is running my camera and my mic. So I got to get this figured out.
Can you mute the other computer? Will it mute everything?
Um, Well, I have to like meet one of y'all individually, so
Oh,
and I don't have access to that. So I'll sit here and think I'll figure it out and try to chat in when I can.
Look at this. All three of us are on a brand new setup
yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
This is like.
How are you liking that computer?
Well, I'm not using it. I'm using my laptop. So it's been fantastic, but I was telling the guys, you guys know, you saw in the Discord earlier. I was setting up the new computer this week, and I need to get a cable. The cable hasn't delivered yet for me able to set up my multiple screens. I've got a full screen setup here. I need to have a couple of screens to be able to run it. So we're not quite there yet, but we will. This seems to be working fine, so it's good as a temporary fix at least. Is that Starry Night? Yeah, it does look like it.
Yeah, I bought it off Amazon. It was like $15, $18. But give me 1 second, guys. Oak, if you want to pull me back, or actually,
Oh yeah,
I'll do it on my computer over here. But I've got it figured out.
Okay. Yeah, we can sort that out. Yeah, I think it's just finishing getting it set up. But yeah, I'll be ready to go. It seems to be faster and stronger, so these live streams should be pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I'm gonna have to play around with the lighting because I plugged in the webcam and I looked like a Haunter or a Ghastly. So I'm definitely gonna have to play around with some of the camera settings. I guess I feel like I did
stop by and help you.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. That is.
I'll come by. Because
Precisely
it
what I
should
need.
be. So you should be able to at least set up 2 computers, and once I bring you that cord for that dock, you'll plug one computer into the dock or one of the monitors into the dock, and then one
link it
into
through.
the. Yeah.
Yep.
So it'll work.
Yeah, we'll get there. Pet the duck. The thrift is on it. Do you know what's dope?
Hey, let's I don't know if you mind.
Are you gonna open them? Go for it.
You want to crack a couple?
Yeah. What are we looking for?
Man, I don't know. That full art Arceus.
All right. In the chat, we're gonna rip and ship. Do exclamation point Raph. Just kidding.
All right.
No pressure.
Let's see. Should we do the card trick?
Yeah, we need a Zord. Zord Collect needs
This
to do a
is gonna
Zord Friday night. Let's go.
This is awkward, but hey, this works.
No, it looks crystal clear though.
Come on, stay in focus.
It's got a fast.
We'll do it like this.
A fast autofocus too.
Yeah, this camera is phenomenal.
Marty got it. Nose pass. Ugh. Easter Island.
Oh, hollow though.
What is it? I couldn't even see what it was.
Oh, it was a Garchomp.
Oh, nice. Garchomp's got a huge fan base. I only realized the past few months. Massive fan base. People love Garchomp.
All right, let's see.
DNA.
I'm back. Sorry, y'all.
We are ripping base set unlimited. Just so you know.
Oh, nice. First edition?
No, I'm kidding.
You said it limited. Never mind.
Yeah, I wish. That'd be nice.
No, I'm kidding. We're doing brilliant stuff.
That'd be fun. These things.
And when I was trying to get all this figured out, I heard y'all saying that about the Brilliant Stars reprint. If they haven't already reprinted it, like super recent, I know one's coming in like a couple weeks or a month.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was going to be that soon. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, reprint everything. Let me sell my stuff and reprint everything.
Yeah.
See, Mike says he loves Garchomp. He said in the games with it being Dragon type, obviously it's a strong playable Pokemon in the game. It makes sense.
Huh. Yeah.
Huge following.
Man, I don't know.
And y'all might have already said this, but so you live in Florida, right, Zard?
Yeah.
So how far away are y'all from each other?
20 minutes. I don't. Literally in like
the
next town. Yeah, real close.
I'm his barber.
Oh, okay,
which is
cool.
funny.
That's why I'm so good looking. It's this guy.
Wow.
Until fairy type happened. Yeah.
Right.
Fairy
So-
type.
So what are your what are some of your favorite sets, like vintage wise, or are you just into modern?
No, I like vintage. They're just so expensive. You know. I mean, obviously base set, unlimited. Everyone's gonna like it. That's because I grew up on that.
Yeah.
Gosh. Neo. I really enjoy Neo. I mean, what do you consider vintage? Because I know everyone kind of has their different.
I
So,
say
everything up-
pre 2005. I really
Okay.
consider vintage.
Okay.
I would.
Okay, that far back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go back further than I do. I say pre black and white. I guess like towards like the latter end of EX, I consider that like mid era, but I just call it vintage. And like I consider black and white like mid era. Hey, you got a bunch of funny people in chat. They're Oak.
Oh, these again. Bah. Sorry, guys. Let me see.
Oh, jeez.
I got like 20 mods. Mods, can you like block these guys for a second?
Now for the sponsor of today's video, you can find your AI match.
Oh my god. Yeah, help a fake match. That's freaking
Honestly, might
weird.
just live stream with this camera now. This camera on my old laptop isn't that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look better than me.
I mean, no, it looks good. I've watched your other live streams. I still think because you obviously use a mirrorless or
Mhm.
some kind of, yeah, I could tell immediately.
Yeah, I didn't have enough time to get it figured out. It's a lot easier to film with this. I got this all set up, but
Yeah.
I only have one USB because I'm running a Surface Pro 4 from like when I was like 18, so like 6 years ago, and I only have one USB output, so I can't run my mirrorless and my microphone USB mic. So I was having to run it off my other computer, put it into it's all a mess. So I'm just gonna run it, my Yeti into my Surface Pro, and we'll get it figured out another time.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you're up and running.
Yeah, it's all that matters. I mean, up
This
and running. We got sex bots in the chat. We're chilling.
Oh baby, Friday night. Professor Oak, if you all had one card, you can have Pokemon reprint for only you. What card and why? Jacob, you go first. Hit me.
Oh,
What would you reprint? I'm guessing you're gonna go base early on, something OG.
I don't even know, to be honest with you. I mean, of course, I would love the first edition Shadowless Charizard just so I could sell it and make some money. But, jeez, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good one.
I know mine from a collecting standpoint and from a monetary standpoint. Collecting standpoint would be PSA 10 or a pristine raw copy of Crystal Charizard from Skyridge in Japanese, first edition. That way I don't have to even consider looking at one whenever that day comes around to complete my Japanese E-Series. I could have that, but from a monetary standpoint, I'd have the IP. Obviously, I'd see if Logan Paul wants to buy this one for $4 million or 4.75, and I'll give him a $1 million discount.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, Ancient Use at Expedition Mewtwo. That's a banger Mewtwo artwork. Most people haven't seen this one. I've showed this off before, but the JR Rally promo.
JR Rally.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love this Mewtwo.
It's
crazy.
That's sick. That's so crazy. I mean, that's art. We were talking about art earlier. That's a true artist depiction. I would like something simple but fun. EX Pikachu. Little Emerald Pikachu. I think that's fun. With a holo, this is non-holo, obviously, but a little holo version of it. I think with a crazy modern twist. I think that'd be fun.
Did you see what Keen said?
I would want them to reprint a straight Pikachu. That's what actually does. Oh my god! Can you imagine?
He's like he had made this huge video about getting a PSA 10, Illustrator Pikachu and like how hard it was, and Keen just pulls up with a Black Label IPE and he's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, I mean, you know what though?
Sorry for the language.
You're good. I think I might change my mind. I think maybe Illustrator would be. I think that would be a fun one, actually.
I mean, I think
because there isn't any. There isn't a reprint of that. We've got a reprint of Charizard. We've got a million Pikachu's. Like there isn't one that is the Illustrator Pikachu that's been reprinted, right? Like that would be pretty.
Yeah, it'd be one of a kind.
Pretty unique.
Well, so and I don't know how in depth y'all's trophy knowledge is. Mine isn't very good at all. But do y'all know anything about trophy cards, or do you said your name was Josh, right?
Jacob.
Sorry. I've just heard him say it once. I've never hop back on, but yeah. I mean, I don't know if you know anything about trophy cards.
No, not too much.
Oh, do you have a trophy card that you'd want?
I'm minimal. I mean, trophy-wise, for me, I think it's the closest thing you could get is like the World's cards, just the regular, like being a participant. I kind of view that as a trophy card in a sense, just like being stuck in there in the mud and being involved. But
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like there's a barrier there for me where it's kind of like the people that buy Olympic gold medals and like silver medals and bronze medals. Like there's just some kind of barrier there that makes me think like I shouldn't own this. Like this, like even though I could buy it, I could do it. Like something tells me like something doesn't sit right. Like I shouldn't own this thing. This isn't mine. Like in my heart, kind of thing. But probably just me overthinking. Clearly, because there's a million out there that are being sold and traded all the time. So it's clearly like not that. But
well, you know about like the grand party and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I was bidding on one 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. So, I would love to have the world's cards too. I mean, those are when you say participant, you mean like the top 32, or do you just mean like a participant?
Yeah. I mean, it's not gold, is it? Like, but you did well. I mean, you obviously were a part of like a pretty strong deck right there, like doing some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, I mean, just any of those top range ones where you've got some kind of number range and you're awarded it. Like I think it's pretty cool, but I don't know.
I mean,
I'm iffy.
I guess I just find myself gravitating towards that more recently, just because I've been getting kind of bored with certain parts of the hobby, and I think I'm getting bored because I keep getting outbid on everything, because I think that I have a different outlook on the future of the market. I bid on 17 items yesterday, and I didn't win a single one. Yeah.
I've had a rough time.
I was actually really pissed off.
Yeah, I've had a rough time this past couple of weeks with bids. I got outbid for a Pikachu, and it was a set Pikachu, non-hollow, nothing crazy. It just doesn't come up much. I think I was bidding. It's just like the Power Keepers one that I talked about a little while ago. This week, I think I was bidding like 120, and I thought, I'm crazy. Like, why am I going that high on this card? And it sold for 274.
Jeez.
And I'm like, it's a non-hollow set Pikachu. Like, it just because it never comes up. It's not that rare. I mean, it's not the lowest pop set Pikachu, but it's just like people don't sell it. So it's the first time I'd seen one for sale in the past year that I've been watching, and obviously people jumped on it. So yeah, it's odd. Like there's a massive disparity because there's that, but then I've seen, I mean, this, like you can pick these up for a few dollars right now, right? And these are $150 in a PSA 10. So it's like you buy these really nice raw cards real cheap, and then PSA 10s are going up for crazy money, just all over the place. It's really hard to know what's going on.
It might have to do with not necessarily like, I mean, DNA, obviously you're looking from the viewpoint of resale eventually, if not now. I think a lot of people, they don't care about the price because they want it for their collection. So they'll pay whatever. They'll just buy it. Does that make sense? So I
No,
mean,
for sure. Give it 2 years and they'll change their perspective though.
oh, I'm
Because
sure.
you're
I mean,
always going to be changing the route of your collection and stuff like that. And I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I think, and I've said similar things before, I've overpaid because you have opportunity cost involved. If something's low pop, and all of the items that I bid on yesterday, they were all, I think the highest pop card was like 49 out of all of them. So it's like, they're all really, really low pop items, but they do come up for sale. So it's like, I'll be willing to wait 6 months
yeah,
to get a better deal, when the market's in some of that stuff's so hard to say. I mean, when you have an item that's like pop 14, you can't just say, hey, the market's in a bad spot, this card's going to go down in condition, or this card's going to go down in price, because, like a lot of people say, you don't have a market price. I know that Oak and I have talked about this before. It's not a market price at that point because there's only 14 of them that exist. It's more or less data points, and it's trying to determine what you're willing to pay off of that data point. It's not like, Sword and Shield 50 Champions Path of Zard. So, but yeah, no, I mean, it's just dealing with low pop items. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? And people are going to pay out the ass because, that's the last piece they need or whatever it is. But sorry, I know I kind of went on a rant there.
No, you're good. I mean, I get it. I agree.
What are you doing with modern right now, DNA? Are you ripping packs? Have you been opening any boxes? Like, what are you doing with like current market outside of graded buys and sells on eBay purchases and stuff like that? Anything?
I mean, not really. I mean, I just graded a bunch of modern. I actually, I sold my Moonbryon that I sold got paid for today. I sold a Chilling Rain Alt Art PSA 10. I sold like 9 things a day. Actually, I got a bunch of stuff in the mailbox, ready to be picked up. But I'm just selling modern right now. I mean, the ones that I got graded on the 50 that were worth grading. But as far as opening it, I'm not really opening it. Just because over the past year, I've had my fair share of modern. I love modern. It's a blast. But
Yeah.
once you have your fix of it, it gets to where it's brutal. And you open up a box or you open up a collection box or whatever it is, and it's like, wow, I just turned $120 into $8. And especially right now with the way bulk is, bulk's in a terrible spot to where it's like, if you want to get rid of your cards, like you almost can't at certain places. And I already have too much Pokemon stuff, so I've been trying to like downsize. And I feel like if I keep opening up product, or if I was to open up product, I'd have all these cards that I didn't know what to do with, because now you can't even sell off your bulk.
Yeah, that's
not to talk poorly, because I know you're just open up modern, do whatever you want, man. I don't mean to put that in a negative light, but that's what I'm doing personally. Like I said,
it's
I definitely like
interesting.
some modern, but here recently,
it's interesting for me because some of the modern Pikachus that I've been bidding on are going higher than some of the vintage Pikachus I'm bidding on. Like some of the stuff I'm watching, like I got outbid on a Vivid Voltage Pikachu the other day. It like went double what I paid for a 2000s Pikachu. I forget which one it was that I just bought, but I just bought one for like $40, and I got outbid on the Vivid Voltage one for like 90, and I was like, I literally have no idea what's going on right now. So, I mean, Moonbryon is a classic example. The more recent one from Evolving Skies, hundreds. I mean, what we're talking, it's probably still at 600-700, right? I mean, it's even at 500,
yeah,
it's still crazy high money. Like, so some of these cards are just like in modern. Mason was talking earlier. A Radiant Charizard is going for $40. There must be 100,000 of them being printed. Like, what's
more
going
than
on?
that. Yeah, and build the bulk their own DNA. That's what Derek said. That'd be pretty badass though to have this set up and just have like a big bulk chair and just talk from a bulk chair.
It sounds like a rusty move, that one.
Dude, I might make a video on that. Make like an epoxy bulk chair, because right now you can get bulk at like half a cent. I can just message all you guys and be like, hey, send me all your bulk, I'll pay for shipping. It'd probably still be stupid expensive, but anyways, yeah, man. I mean, if you want to go down the rabbit hole of, you know, talking about, you know, market price and like sub-$100 cards, we can. I know we've talked about that before, but it's like, I think when you're dealing with cards that are sub-$100, $100, and this is my opinion, might be kind of a different take, but when you're dealing with something sub-$100, $100 means something to one person and it means something a lot different to another person, right? So if you're someone like the person who is that guy you sent me on Discord, Oak, the guy who has like the crazy Pikachu collection and all those sports cards, that's card collection, the guy from Nickelodeon that has like millions of dollars.
Yeah, like Padua, whatever his name is. Is it Padua?
Yeah, so someone like that guy, if he's trying to find a Vivid Voltage Pikachu, and I don't know what the guy makes, I don't know what he does, but I mean, if you're making millions of dollars and you are collecting cards and you're trying to have the Pikachu set registry, what the hell's $30 paying over? You know, it's not worth your time. Yeah. Where if you're making 10 grand a month, or if you're making 3 grand a month, you still have that difference of, you know, perspective on that $100. So I think when you get below $100, yeah, there's a market price for it. But I think if something is like mid to low pop or mid to high pop, I don't think it really matters. I think it's just a matter of what someone's willing to pay at that point. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and apparently some people are willing to pay $300 for a card just because it hasn't come for sale for a while. I mean, it's that simple. Like, you know, they need it for their collection. Suddenly comes up, they want to jump on it. It's a fickle hobby. I think what I realized today, which I hadn't been previously, I don't know what you'd say, I hadn't really been consciously thinking about it, was the PSA collectors new website, and how that's going to interact with the registry. I'm just envisioning people getting cards graded at PSA and then it going straight to their collector's vault and then them looping that into their registry. It seems like that's going to get a lot more serious. It's literally called collectors, and people are going to start doing stuff for collections. Like, it's all going to integrate and be more geared towards collections. So some of these harder to get cards, I'm telling you, if you're waiting on something that's low pop and it isn't coming up much, if it does come up, you kind of need to get it. I don't blame that guy for paying $274 for that Pikachu. Like, it probably isn't going to come up for a while again, especially if there's more competition coming in. If you're trying to get that higher range, that higher level. I mean, I'm one card away from getting third place on the master set, on the English set that I'm trying to do for Pikachu. And it's like there is a level of competition there, right? It's like a fun, exciting thing. So this new movement from Collector's Universe, I think it's going to escalate that further. And, you know, you're talking about bulk cards, but we've got people with huge collections. I mean, even people like that collect PSA 1s or whatever. You know, it's just that card. You know, there's a trainer that they collect, or just stuff out of the usual, outside of the well-loved Pikachus and Charizards, that kind of stuff. Everything, I feel like, is going to escalate and get more and more and more with all the different registers that are out there. It's going to shine a light on it. So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking I need to jump and maybe pay a little bit more. Even though people are talking about recessions, some of these cards, I'm thinking I might have to step up to the plate and pay a little bit more, just because there's going to be more people in the future coming at me, you know, trying to get those cards right now. And not trying to sound like FOMO, but I mean,
well, what I would ask you, is go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
you're fine. You haven't talked to me, man.
You know, Pikachu's your collection. You're not So I mean, if you pay a little more than market because it's low pop or whatever, you're not buying that with the mentality of resale right now. I don't know if it'll change ever, but that's like your
Right.
thing. That's what you keep in your collection. I think it'd be different if you were, trying to buy a different card, get it graded, or if it's already graded, turn around and sell it in a few years. So I mean, you
It's
might be
just
okay stepping up a little bit, not too much.
the only problem I have is the volume. There's 700 cards for the master set.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's like some of them I have to like. I guess the phrase would be like, pick your punches kind of thing. Like what, pick your battles kind of thing. Choose your battles. But that card like really made me think like, geez, like this guy paid $274 for a 50-cent card. In reality,
Yeah.
like back then it was probably 50 cents or something, a dollar at the max. Because it's in a 10 right now, and they're not coming up for sale. It's to the moon. I mean, there's not many cards that are $300, like in modern right now in a PSA 10. There are, but not that many, and especially not a basic set card like that's non-hollow. Like there's just not happening. So yeah, it's interesting when people talk about buy the card, not the grade, or buy this or whatever. But when it's something that you want and you need for your collection, there's an emotional attachment, there's a need and a desire for it that overrides any data, any past sales history, any of that stuff.
And that's
But,
probably why it sold for 270.
yeah, and I wasn't buying into that. DNA, what were you going to ask us then? What were you going to say? You got a bit of
Well,
a delay,
I was going to say
think.
a few different things. So, do I?
Yeah.
You do on my end. So.
Oh, I do. Yeah, you have a slight one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oak's fine.
It's not
You,
it's
DNA,
it's
you
not
have
bad,
a
is it?
split.
No, now it's gone.
Okay. Can y'all hear me fine though?
Yeah, you've just
Yeah.
gone full floppy disk on us. You're a little bit pixelated.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
You good? We can hear you. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. As long as you can hear me, I'll refresh it here in a minute. All right. So, what I was going to say was, yeah, there's opportunity cost. There's a lot of other things you can take into consideration. But you said that card's what, 50 cents or $2, right, Oak?
I mean, I would imagine it's probably a pretty cheap card. It's just a regular set card. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah. So you can.
I'm going to pull it up
it.
actually because I forget which card it is. I'm going to pull it up so I actually can show you what it is that I'm talking
the one
about.
I sent you a picture of, the one that I had a few of, right?
No, Oh, is it?
The one that I sent you a picture of, because you were like, this went for $274, and I was like, I think I have like 5 or 6 of those in a binder. I was like, let me see if those are grade worthy.
Yes. Yeah. I told you, I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, I was so confused. It's like I thought I nailed it, like putting it 120. I thought I was the big shot, like throwing that much money at it, and no, nowhere near.
Yeah, mine's a 9. I mean, mine's probably a really strong 8 or to like mid 9. I don't think it would hit a 10. I would say it's got like a 5% chance at a 10. So I might submit it to like on the 10 or 12, and hopefully somebody will pay $56 for it. But what I was going to say was, yeah, it's just a common. It's what set was it from, Oak? I don't remember. Was it platinum, or it wasn't platinum? It was
I'm pulling it up right now. I forget which one it is. I've been bidding on so many cards. Oh, it was Next Destinies. That was it. It's black and
That's
white
what it
Next
was.
Destinies.
Yeah. So I think I had like 4 or 5 of those that I got in like a collection deal that I bought a while back, but I didn't have when I was 10 worthy to send on the 18 or the 50. But here's the thing: is that if a card's a 50 cents to $1, and that card sold for $274, I think we have a few different factors at play. I think the first thing is it's obviously low pop, and it doesn't come for sale often. You said there's one, public sale, which there's probably not many private sales of that card going on. So really only one, point to look at. But if that card's 50 cents to $1, Black and White Next Destinies, I don't know if you know this or not, but Next Destinies was one of the highest printed Black and White sets. If you go look at, from what I can tell and from what I've heard, because whenever I was looking at Black and White booster boxes, a year ago, because I was trying to find my like collection identity, I didn't know exactly what I was like looking into, just trying to feel out the market. I was looking at those boxes for a while and just trying to keep tabs on them, because I felt like WotC and all that era, was already overinflated, and I was like, I wonder if this has any potential, which it's obviously retraced like most booster boxes have. But nevertheless, anytime I was going to look for those booster boxes, there's always Next Destiny's boxes out there. There's a ton of them. So when you take that into consideration, along with the price, there's PSA 10 copies out there. They're just not graded yet. And we all know that. So it's a matter of just finding the card. And if you say, hey, this is low pop, and hey, this is low pop, and you have 700 and something cards to collect over the course of time, it's not bad to do it here and there. But if you're doing that every single time, you're going to end up being heavily, you're going to have negative equity in the collection, basically. I've done it before. I'm sure all of us have done it. But what I was going to add to that is one of the cards I graded, the Rayquaza, was pop 25. I paid $11 for that card. I graded it on the 50. The last sold was $600. So I paid $61. Wow. I mean, that's a 10x on that one card. And that's because you look for the non-holos, you look for popular Pokemon and low pop. You have all three of those together. You get a good copy. You have something that you're going to hit a multiplier on for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that Emerald Pikachu, that EX Emerald Pikachu that I was showing earlier, I've talked about it before, but I remember going in eBay when I needed it for the registry. I was like, what's the cheapest I can get it in a PSA 10? And the cheapest listing was $150, and the last sold was like $151 or something. It was right at that. And then I found a raw one, I think it was like $4. And I was like, that looks pretty minty. that looks like a PSA 10, and it's $4. Like, I feel like I should just buy that and grade it. And I graded it at the $50 mark. It's back when 50 just happened. Hit the 10. I mean, I'm sure DNA. I'm sure you were in that return. I seem to remember you talking about it, but yeah, hit that 10, and I'm like thinking of that when we're talking about this. I'm also thinking of Echo, where legendary Pikachu's were pop 30 mid 30s, and he just got his return back and got like 15 PSA 10s. So, but I mean, I think it's like into the 50s now. I think it may be even higher than that. But he just made a huge dent in their population of legendary PSA 10 Pikachu's. So I can't help but feel like maybe there's another Echo out there with a huge binder of Next Destiny Pikachu's. You said yourself you've got 4 or 5. Like, that went for 274. But what if 15 get added to the pop next week? Can I bag one for 50 next week? I don't know. Like, it's like a bit of a game. It's kind of fun, right? It's like I know I missed out on it, but it's like kind of exciting that I missed out on it. That like, okay, so is it going to come up again? Is there going to be another one? Is there not? Is there going to be more added? I don't know, but when the next one comes up, I can tell you I'm going to be jumping on it for sure.
There's no right answer.
Yeah,
right.
I was just looking. I mean, you could almost just buy yourself Next Destiny's booster pack and open it for $50. They have them on eBay, and hope you pull. I mean, if it's just a common, I'm assuming
in 5 packs. I mean, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, even one pack, you might be able to pull that thing. But then again, you're taking a chance. Go ahead, DNA.
Say again, DNA. You got a bit of a lag again.
Damn it. I might pull myself back and then hop back in and refresh the page. But I was just saying it'd be really funny to watch someone open up a Next Destiny's pack and like do the pack trick for the commons and like trying to pull the Pikachu.
Hey man, if it's selling for $300,
I'm gonna back out and come back in.
Seriously though, I mean, this is a thing. Go for it, DNA. Try it again. Like, people don't realize, like, some of these comments out there, it doesn't have to be the stonks. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
the big hitter, fancy trainer gallery cards or the Moonbreon. It doesn't have to be these big crazy cards. It can be a common from 15 years ago, the non-hollow that's selling for $300. Like, if you do your research, you're looking at those numbers. What's the pop report? How many people in the set registry actually have that card? What is truly going on. Okay, that looks clearer. Let's see if you have a lag.
Yeah, that looks
I don't have a
better.
lag on y'all's end. This is better.
Yeah, you sound
cool.
You sound great now. Yeah, I was just saying, like, it doesn't have to be, if you're making plays, it doesn't have to be the biggest, newest, fanciest thing. We don't need a Moonbreon. You don't need the fancy trainer gallery card. It's a card from 10, 15, whatever years ago. You can make $300 from, for a few dollars. You could probably buy 50 of those and still profit, and sell them back raw and recoup your costs from picking out just one, that's PSA 10 worthy. There's so many angles, but for a collector, I mean, when I'm chasing 700 cards, I can't spend the time every day going through eBay trying to figure out a nice raw mint copy of every single one of those cards to hit a 10. Just can't do it.
You would spend so much time doing that. I don't think you would never complete it. Yeah, if you was all PSA 10, especially some of those like reverse hollows and stuff like that, or the hollow ones. You're entering a whole different realm because buying a non-hollow and grading it to a 10 is difficult. Buying a hollow and grading it into a 10, it's definitely attainable, but it's much more difficult because it's not even like basing it off of pictures, but it's basing it off of pictures and getting familiar with a seller and like other different factors. It's really, really tough.
Yeah, I don't know how much success I would have, even if I did spend that time pulling, say I pulled 50 cards from eBay, right? The mintiest, cleanest copies I could get. I would imagine maybe 5 would get a 10. I'd probably miss hits on 90% of them. I'd say probably 10% I could maybe hit a 10 on. But
you think that low?
I really think that low. Yeah, with some of the pictures I've seen and some of the pictures I've made where they've looked incredible and then they've come and they've got a white spot or a dent or a scratch or the bend or the corner wasn't quite shown, so I couldn't tell. Some of the ones I've took a risk on. There isn't that many that I've took that. I mean, even from some people I've bought from, like they've sent me a picture. I thought, oh, that's brilliant. I'll take that. Not that many. It's very difficult to tell. People aren't upfront and honest. They just want to shift it. They want to get rid of it. So I think 10% is reasonable for a PSA 10 hit rate from eBay. Even if you're picking out the creme de la creme, I still think it's maybe 20% max. If you're feeling good. But also with PSA, I feel like they've got a little bit stricter on the grading.
They definitely have. In the qualifiers, I'm really upset about that and pissed off because
non-existent, right?
I just paid 50 for one that was supposed to be a qualifier that hit a 7. So it was the Charizard Reshiram GX, the gold one that there's like a bajillion of out there. And I was like, oh, this one's miscut. I'm going to go get this graded on the 50, have a miscut Charizard, be pop 1. I'm going to sell this to some guy who collects errors and have, make a $300-$400 play. And then I looked at the grades and it was like a 7. And I was like, are you kidding me? There's like half the corners missing. Like, what are you even talking about? So, and then I have 3 or 4 cards on the 18 that, because I've heard rumors of them saying like, people saying they're harder to get. So the 50 was kind of like a test run. And then the other 4 and the 18 were like another test run. So that I just submitted 50 cards to CGC bulk. I submitted a bunch of really pristine Japanese cards, modern. I said this in the Oak and Retro, our group chat in the Discord earlier, but I was like, he said, I hope they're new back. He goes, be sending old back to CGC talking about Japanese cards. And I was like, I have a restraining order against CGC on my vintage cards. It was like, if they come within 100 yards of my vintage, they get tased. But yeah, no, I sent all my error cards, and I think I sent like 22 or 23 error cards and a bunch of pristine like Japanese cards, because that's like the plays out there. Is it's like what you did, Oak, man. I mean, you hit several 10s, and that's where the bread and butter is at with CGC. You hit those 10s, they have the error cards, and I sent in some tops as well, because PSA has been brutal on tops here recently as well.
Did you crack the 7 to go to CGC?
What's funny is I clicked the order and paid, and I had it packed up, and I sent it off, and then literally an hour after the mailman picked it up, I was like, damn it. I was like, I meant to crack that and send it to CGC, but I didn't. So I'm going to probably just find somebody who's sending off a bulk CGC submission and send it off with theirs, because I'm not paying another $800 to CGC just to have this one card. Even if it is a $200 or $300 card, it's not worth it. I don't have enough cards that I want to send to them. I don't trust them at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I did the CGC PWCC thing with a few like random Japanese cards I had, a couple of vintage, a couple of modern, like a couple of just things all over that I'd pulled recently. And yeah, I sent 25 as a test. I hit 9 10s, 9.5s, and then a few just like I think like 3 9s or whatever. I'm not good at math. 3 or 4 9s, an 8.5, and then a 6. Like, fairly good. Much better than the PSA grades I got. I did pick out the best creme de la creme I had. But, I sent cool stuff that I thought would be good. Got good grades. But in reality, like, probably nothing really worth that much in a CGC slab. Like, in all honesty, like nothing, like I'll probably make a profit, but in PSA 10s, I definitely feel I would probably make double like what I'm going to make on the CGC 10s and the 9.5s. It's, there's like a negative connotation, I feel like, with a lot of CGC full cards that aren't like modern stonk cards in a 10, especially when they're pristine instead of perfect, because these are all pristines. I don't know. It's a.
So you think it's that big of a? I'm just getting into the grading portion of it all, from PSA to CGC. Like double the price if you get a CGC 10, PSA 10.
Maybe not double, but probably double on for those 25 total. I would say probably not so much like for the actual slab.
Okay.
Yeah, like for the average overall, I probably would have doubled my money, but also would have had to wait a long time to spend more money. So it's like,
the turnaround time PSA is quite a while.
These guys took a month. I mean, they got yesterday got whatever you call it, like set up in the PWCC Vault thing. It got set up yesterday, and today they were working on it. It's all finalized now, which is exactly a month, because I sent them June 21st, and yesterday was July 21st. So exactly a month. They told me 10 business days. So clearly lied, CGC, if you're listening. Like, definitely lied on the turnaround times, double what they said, but it's still only a month for $20, and they're going to list it and charge me no fees for selling. Not too bad in that sense,
And Oak's absolutely right on double. If you are new into grading, I did a video on, I think it's called Don't Grade with CGC. And if they burn me on this turnaround, I am never going to stop talking bad about CGC. I'll bring up a card here in a second that I didn't even notice it. It's from that same submission, and I didn't even notice it until a few days ago, because I was actually I cracked 8 of those slabs of my vintage cards that are worth regrading, and with PSA. And I have a Holland Phantoms Deoxys Hollow that graded a 9 that I bought raw. and it wasn't there whenever I graded it, but I looked at the card and I was like expecting it with the light and like the loop. There's a big dent on it, and it hit a 9. So I don't trust them at all. Like I don't know. I don't want to get started. That's a whole different topic. But
yeah, I was just curious.
if I want to maximize my plays on air cards, that's legitimately the only reason I would ever submit cards to them, and I'm not going to pay additional money to grade them when I could send other cards that there isn't as much of a price disparity between CGC and PSA if they do hit 9.5s or a 10. And if it does, if it's a $10 difference, I'll take that $10 difference because I'm probably going to spend more money to grade with PSA in general. And if I wait for the prices to be equal, at $15, then I'm probably going to be a year out from getting those cards back, where with CGC, it's a month, right? So the market's going to be in a completely different place. So who's to say the cards won't be worth less or worth more? Because at that point, you're almost predicting the future. So it doesn't really make any sense to wait if there isn't a big price disparity. But if you watch the video, I mean, like I said in there, if you're looking at a modern 9.5 compared to a PSA 10, it's going to hold 45% of the value on average, of a PSA 10. And if you look at vintage in a 9.5, it's about 65%. And my question is, how much of that value is how much of the value is made up of people who are wanting to crack those slabs? If there wasn't a play there, would people still even be buying these cards? That's my question. And obviously it doesn't matter because it's still going to be in there, but how many of those slabs are being cracked to try to grade into a 10? Because if you do, it's a double up play.
Yeah.
I think there's so many different plays too with it. There's like so many different angles you could go. And it's funny how we started out with raw, like trying to find and search and do it. And now we're looking at like pre-graded CGC cards, essentially SGC cards, AGS, like all this kind of stuff, like the expensive pre-grading that we've joked about before, moving into it. You have a couple of slabs, Jacob, I know, but I know the actual grading process, God, it takes so long. I mean, it's such
that's
a
why
long,
I've been holding out. I have cards I want to send in.
Yeah.
I mean,
if
like
if I
DNA
were
said, you send it in, and a year later, you get the card back. The card could be half the value. You just don't know.
Yeah, which I experienced. I think I sent into PSA 15 months. I think I waited or whatever, waited a long time for the cheap submission that I did. And yeah, everything had tanked. Like most of it was collector stuff anyway, like, dumb stuff like this, Squirtle, PSA 9. I mean, it was just, things from my collection. But the people that did it to make money, whoo, yeah, different world. DNA, you're lagging again. I don't know what's going on with that setup.
You want to see one of the orders? Yeah, it's probably because I'm not plugged in with an Ethernet cable. I'm gonna back out and just refresh again and see what happens. Or
Okay.
Can you pull me back and I'll refresh?
Oh yeah,
Because I can't pull myself back. I have to hop out of the stream.
Let's try it. Oh, I think I did it. Yeah, retrograde says it's $18 subs. Has a lot of them in there. Yeah, it's tonight's the night.
Is that better?
For now.
Okay, yeah, we might just have to do this every 25 minutes, y'all. So sorry. I'm not going over to my desktop and unplugging that and bringing that all the way over here and all other stuff. But I had someone. So this is when I didn't know anything about grading, right? We all live and we learn. And all of these cards were in immaculate condition. Don't get me on my rant about how CGC ruined some of my cards. And this card right here, I legitimately went through with the loop and I thought it was perfect. And there's a little bit of whitening on it where there might have been some scuffs, but it hit a 7.5. Yeah, so I just combined the invoices earlier this night for the guy's shipping, so he's going to pay for it tomorrow or whenever he sees that, whenever I messaged him. But I sold all of these to one person today. Talk about things you wouldn't want from CGC. just like, if you like this stuff, go for it. But just like
sweet
WotC
cards.
commons, yeah, it was like $9 to get it graded, and I think I sold them for like $13 a piece. So it's like around $13. So I think on average I made like $2 a card, which is not worth it at all. It's more or less me just trying to dump these slabs at this point because these aren't worth anything.
Well, and it's a shame because I think CGC slabs feel great compared to PSA. I like the feeling of them. So that's all. It just sucks.
If PSA had the clarity that CGC does, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's like the best of both worlds.
Yep.
I like that PSA has been like serious about what they've done. I feel like they've been like the forefront of the hobby. We've got sports, we've got random TCGs in there, pretty off the wall cards, those old made cards that are sent to them that they agreed to grade for the first time ever. Like they're willing to grade like just random Japanese cards that aren't even anything, like just from a random kids game in Japan. Like they I feel like they've been really good at like the forefront of like setting trends, and they've been around a long time. I mean, they're old school guys, but they're still doing stuff with modern things. And I feel like CGC lost a little bit of respect from me just as a company, not so much the cards, but just as a company with like grading stolen stuff and grading like completely mashed up things and colored cards and some of that stuff. And PSA's made mistakes, but they're not like willingly doing it. There's genuine mistakes, I think, for the most part, whereas CGC have willingly graded things that shouldn't be graded. Special delivery Charizard, like we all know what happened there with CGC. Clearly they didn't send that to PSA. Well, they did, and PSA denied it, and that's why they sent it to CGC, for those that don't know the full story. So, yeah, I mean, PSA's got a little more integrity in my heart for that, but yeah.
You need to get a faster system. That's what they need to do. Hire more people.
I think that PSA is in a place when they're caught up from the backlog, and this $18 tier is rock and rolling this month. I think they're going to be in a really good spot. I would be very surprised if we don't have $10 in the next few months, early next year. I believe that. I said we were going to be $20 by summer, back to economy prices like we had pre-boom, and they went even further, went $2 further than that. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd love $10. I'd love that special again. I remember having that special that I did back in 2020.
What's the turnaround rate right now with PSA?
$18. They're saying 5 months. $30. They're saying 4 months.
Okay.
But what I would recommend doing is, and do whatever you want, man. But if you haven't graded with PSA before, I would take 10, maybe 20 cards that are worth grading at 18 if you do have any of those cards. And if you don't, then just wait for bulk. But the sooner you get familiarized with the process and how to pre-grade and grade your own cards, the better off you'll be. Because that's just my input.
Hang on. I picked.
It's kind of what I just did with CGC. It was my first time. Sent 25 of my best stuff just to try it.
So I picked this thing up.
Yeah, a centering tool.
Yeah, just so I can double check some cards that I want to send in, and it's pretty cool. It comes with an actual guide that shows like what PSA, tends to look at, or like the 60-40 on the centering, and so.
Yeah, sweet. Just try that. I mean, you don't know unless you know.
We'll see.
Max in the chat's asking where you got that centering tool from.
Amazon. I will throw it I'll throw.
Yeah,
a
they're like
link
$7 on
down.
Amazon. It's
Yeah,
like
they're
7, 9,
not
10,
very
10
much.
bucks, something like that. If you do hop on Amazon, though, make sure you buy the right one because they have sports cards ones and they have trading card ones.
I didn't know
For
that.
anybody who's watching this later. But yeah, they are different. But yeah, man, I just get familiarized with grading a little bit. Get a feel for it and just kind of see what happens. And I wouldn't grade anything you want to keep in your personal collection at the 18. Unless it's something that you're going to get inevitably upcharged for, that's worth like $1,000 or something. But I mean, if you're just grading, modern stuff or whatever it is, I don't know. I like the whole process. I like waiting. I like getting returns. I think it's so much fun. I cracked up on a return today, and even though I knew the grades, it's just so exciting. It's like, all right, I have to figure out how to get in this really difficult PSA package. Have you ever opened one note?
Oh my god, it's too many.
Yeah,
so many.
Yeah, they're so difficult to open.
It's like
I'll make a bunch of comments, but it's we have to keep it PG here. But yeah, it was like 7 or 8 cards I got back today. It's just fun.
Yeah, they like. I wasn't sure there was cardboard there when I remember getting the first one. And I was like, wait, is there like actually cardboard under this tape? There was so much tape, just like it's like Santa on crack, just wrapping Christmas presents, just tape all the way around, and it was like crazy stuff with the string inside and stuff. Yeah, I mean it was nuts. But I remember digging into it and shredded the box. Yeah, Chief knows he's in the same boat. He just said he had 3 cards and he had to shred the box. I mean they're like insane, but I could tell you those cards were not broken. They were not chipped. They were good, did the job. So, I guess it bodes well in that sense. What I love about PSA 2 is they are really present in the hobby. They're going to all the shows. They have their toes dipped in the sand in all aspects of, like we said, different sports and everything. Like everyone knows who they are. Like it's a very well known grading company that's been around for a while. It's got that respect. But also people know that there's money there. Excuse me. And I think just that alone carries weight. Just knowing if you buy something and it's a PSA 10, you're not likely to lose that much money. Like even if it does dip down, like it's still going to be somewhat liquid. Like people search PSA 10 on eBay. It's that simple. CGC 6, my Umbreon this week, not so much. Like people aren't searching CGC 6 Umbreons. Like it's not a thing.
I did yesterday, but that might just be me.
Yeah. They took such a chunk out of that card. I'm so mad. It was so crispy. And I also think it's interesting. They took a chunk out of Umbreon's neck. I put a picture in Discord. So check it out. They took a little chunk out of its neck, and that's the only thing. I mean, I literally only sent PSA 10 quality cards. I've been in this a little while now. Like, I feel pretty confident in judging a PSA 10 quality. They took a chunk out of it, and there is nothing wrong. Like, other than that little chunk out of its neck, it's a 10. It's a very strong 10. So, yeah, pretty interesting. But I was a little concerned on their, I don't know, grading scale, whatever you want to call it at the moment. Like the fact that it's a 6 with a little chunk missing out of it, whereas previously I feel like that would have been a 9.5. Like it would have been a 9, 8.5, whatever. There isn't that many CGC 6s that I see coming up. Like they don't normally dip too low.
Dude, and am I lagging again?
Yep.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna back out and hop back in. I need to get this. I'm gonna grab my Ethernet cable. But
I'm not gonna stay too late anyway. Just do a refresh. I'm gonna hit the hay in like 10 minutes or so. If you guys want to go for another 10-15 minutes,
yeah, that'll work.
Does that work with you, Jacob?
Yeah. I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta take the little I don't know. What should we call it? A little Charmander or something. I gotta take a little Pichu. Let's do Pichu. I gotta take Pichu to swimming lessons in the morning.
Hey, if you're gonna be over by the shop, swing by. I'll bring that stuff. It'll be in my locker.
I will be nowhere near the shop,
Okay.
but I could potentially get there after.
Yeah, I'll be there till like 2:30. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, that'd be good. I actually, you guys in the chat might get excited about this. I actually found a couple of other PokeTubers that are in Tampa. So there may be possibility for us to do a bit of a meetup podcast or something in the near future. Maybe some potential there that I think could be fun. A collaboration. And we've got a guy in Lakewood Ranch, and we have a guy in Northport, which isn't too far from us too. Oh, DNA's back. He's waving.
I was dancing.
Sorry, I literally didn't see it all.
No, you're good. I literally was like getting really close and like smooching the camera, and then started dancing. But what I was saying was, man, if you get some of these 8.5s or 8s on these cards, even if they're like good cards, they're hard to sell. Like I have like Diamond and Pearl like hollows that are like cool cards that are 8s, and I price them reasonably on a buy it now. They've been sitting for like 60 days. And like maybe have one offer, but the offer's like not anywhere near what I'm willing to take.
Just too like out of the norm, I guess, is what it is. Like a CGC random grade. It just seems to be like not at the forefront of people's minds right now. People want 10s, or they want a specific modern card that's doing well. Like it seems to be one or the other. And the people that aren't searching that stuff are searching very specific things. They know exactly what they want.
Well, it's almost like it's like 20% of the liquidity of a PSA card. That's my take on it.
Rarely you get people searching a card and at the end it says PSA 8. You know, it's typically PSA 10 or graded 10, or you know what I mean, CGC 10. Rarely it's an 8. Most collectors want.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm searching for a couple of different grades to complete a 1 through 10 set for base set Pikachu, but Ancient just hit the nail on the head. Like CGC is here to stay. I mean, just from sheer volume being out in the market, they're a staple. They're a household name now. I mean,
they're obviously doing well.
Yeah, I mean, they're a part of it. People are still submitting. They've teamed up with PWCC. That they've got their fingers in different parts with comics and different collectibles and auction sites. Yeah,
for us, it would be cool if they did well. Their integrity was great because they're local. I mean, it's a local business. Oh, look at that.
I haven't shown that before. It's a Top Series 3.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's I got a really good deal at auction. I've had this for a long time. It is.
Let's auction it in the chat.
2,000. Yeah. How many people you got watching?
I'll start 50. I'll give you 50 bucks.
Okay.
Any higher bidders?
Sold, Professor Oak, $50.
God, can you imagine?
I was gonna show this. So this is the Charizard. If you look at the bottom, it's really hard to see, but you see how it's like cut right there. Kind of. No. It's like supposed to be rounded like right here. Like look at this side.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So it's
like chopped at
the bottom, and look how OC that is though. On the corner, it's like gone, and then the back is not as bad, but that's still not centered, right?
Yeah, it's not a 7. That doesn't make sense.
7. And the card's like perfect other than that. And I thought the lowest grade they did for centering was an 8, just like CGC did. They must have changed it here. Whoops. They must have changed it here recently.
Max, Max. Oh my god. Max told me he needed the Xerneas to complete his celebration set, and I bought it for him, and it's in this right now. And he just put on Discord that he bought it to complete his set.
Oh shit!
Max, Max, I was going to surprise you.
Cancel it. Cancel the
funny.
order, Max.
Max, what did you end up winning in Basics live stream? I never followed up on that with what's that guy's name? I forget him. It starts with an R. Basic knows him. I don't know. Hopefully Max will enlighten me.
You want a card in Basics live stream?
Yeah, I don't have Instagram on my computer. I might get it pulled up. But there's a guy who's Basics, pretty good friends with. I think he met him at Collecticon, but he's got a wild collection, like crazy, crazy stuff. And here we go. We got the bots in the chat again.
Yeah.
Come on, Mars.
Wait, are they being serious? Looks like they found me somebody. Are they being serious?
Let's click.
Yeah, let's click. Yeah, Razzarelli, that's what it is. Thank you, Max.
I was watching that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was like 11 people hanging out, and I was talking with Basic on his Instagram live, and he was just like, he was basically like, "Hey, I'm feeling nice. I want to give away something in the chat. So for whoever's in chat hanging out, I want to give away something." And then I was like, he said I want to give away something vintage, and I was like, well, let me hop out this live really quick and let me enter in a 10-person giveaway for a vintage bag. I was like, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, let me know what you won, Max. I was curious. I never saw that.
It was. I remember being in it. I think it was a box of.
So it's a Pogo box. Okay, he said something vintage, but who cares? Yeah,
it was a box. No,
Max just said it.
Vintage.
He said vintage in the thing, but pulled an alt-art conqueror.
Yeah. I remember it being a box, but I forget what it was. Yeah, that makes sense.
What's Marty saying?
He's
zero buns.
He's talking about the dickhead bots that are messing with us.
Okay, I thought you were talking about us. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, get myself a girl. Yeah, don't tell my wife. That's funny.
But yeah, man. So I've talked to Oak a ton of times about his collection. What are some of the cool pieces, like, or some things that you have sentimental value, or that you really enjoy in your collection? If you don't mind sharing.
I love have collection too talk. Much. So I just basically got back into it.
Yeah.
What, 4 months ago? A lot of it's modern.
Dude, that's super exciting. I'm really jealous. I remember going back and being so green into the hobby. It's such a cool thing because there's so much to explore and so much to learn. Yeah. And to be friends with this guy, you're in a good spot. I wish I was in this part of the community whenever I joined back, because you have a lot of people who definitely want to steer you in the right direction, and there's so much to explore. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. He's definitely helped me out a lot. But I mean, nothing too crazy vintage. I just got the Radiant Charizard from Generations, which isn't very expensive. Picked it up real cheap. But I think it's super cool card. But yeah.
Actually, I have one sitting over here in my case, dude. That's a beautiful card.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I spent so much money trying to pull this card.
It's cool.
Did you pull it or did you buy it?
I pulled 2 of them.
Oh, shit. Didn't stop at 1.
No. Second one was an accident.
Didn't stop at 1. No.
It's just Brilliant Stars is so fun to open. It really is.
Fantastic set.
Yeah. So it was good. I mean,
And if I were you, if you got two of them, if they're worth grading, man, that's one on the 50 probably, or definitely one on the 18 to grade.
Yeah, I'm gonna grade my personal one that I'm gonna keep, and I actually have a good friend who's into it, and he begged me to sell it to him, so I sold him the raw price on it. I think at $200,
Yeah,
just so he can have it.
that's nice of you.
DNA, Jacob's chasing, because of my influence, the Stormfront Charizard. You know, the like
Oh my goodness.
fancy version of base set. I don't know
Secret rare.
how do you describe it? It's like a
It's
reworked,
fancy version of base set.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
reimagined.
revamped
Yeah,
artwork. It's a reprint basically. It's a fancy reprint.
Yeah.
I love it. I sent it. I sent him a picture. I was like, "You're gonna go for an older one. Like this. This is the one. This is a cool
Well, I was
one."
looking at raw cards, but a lot of them are pretty beat.
A lot.
You can't find any in good condition.
People have them on their like saved searches. They get a notification when one gets listed. Like people are really in tune with cards like that. Like, it's very difficult to get slipped by. But
you can't make plays on a card like that. There's too many people who have their eyes on it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was about to say. But in person, if you know someone that has a binder, or if you find someone local or Facebook local posting, something like that, it's just like a more effort, more work to chase, and a bit of luck. I think there's definitely a luck built into those kind of things. Like, who has a random like mint Stormfront Charizard in their binder? Like, it's just not a thing that like people have. So if you do, obviously it's like hitting the lottery, but there've got to be someone that has a one out there. Like there was plenty printed. Stormfront was fairly well printed.
If you do have one, let's be good friends.
Yeah.
But if they have that, then they probably have some other nice and delightful cards too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just sent this in the private chat in StreamYard. I can share my screen if you want, Oak. Actually, no, I can't because I only have one monitor. But if you don't mind looking that up and then sharing it on the screen for people, I know we don't have too much longer, but that's my favorite Charizard artwork of all time. That card kicks ass. Not a cheap card. I think they go for like $600 raw.
Let's see.
And I'm okay paying that if it's mint.
Yeah, Lance's Charizard from Versus Series is pretty cool too, Derek.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is sick.
Yeah, they are not cheap in a 10. I think they're like $1,000 last time I looked at it. Man, it's been months since I've priced them out. I don't collect a lot of Charizard.
Is it a promo?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a Japanese exclusive promo.
I don't know how to share. Where's the share button?
It's at the bottom.
At the bottom.
Oh, the one that says share.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And if you have multiple monitors, it'll let you choose one.
Sure do. Let's see.
Marty, what do you mean by the Neophile Charizard? I'm not familiar with that one. Are you talking about the CD promo? Oh, you're talking about that one. I remember that one, the reverse holo. I don't see that card often on listings. That is a kick-ass card.
Oh, I got it to work. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a cheap card.
Yeah. But I mean, there's not a ton of them out there. So if you're talking about like long-term investing, I don't know enough about the reprints to give like an educated guess, but I know that there's not like a lot of them out there. So you're talking about like investing or paying a premium for a card, you know, like a Japanese exclusive promo of Charizard in a 10. I would try to buy raw and get it graded, but ask all the right questions beforehand and then, you know, go from there. But yeah, that's a really, really cool card, man. I would love to own one.
What's
it's like
going on here? Is it eating a flapple? Oh, it's a Venusaur. Oh my god, I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, that's... Well, that's not. You shouldn't have showed me that DNA.
And then if you want Oak, then you can pull the screen back and then share it again if you want, or you can just look it up. But the Neo 2 File Charizard that Marty just mentioned, that's a really cool Zard as well.
Neo File 2. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I won't list too many other Charizards that I know. I'll try to keep it to a minimum.
Man, I just love the way Japanese cards look.
Have you held any of the modern full arts in person?
Oh yeah, I've opened tons of Japanese.
Hell yeah, yeah. Japanese cards hit on a different level.
Yeah, I actually pulled the VMAX Climax Chunkachu Gold and gave it to Oak.
Hell yeah.
That set is a blast to pull. For $60 for a little box, I mean, you can't beat it. I got a couple God packs too out of that.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, 2. Yeah, I showed Oak.
You hit a Pokemon Go God pack too, right?
No, just the VMAX.
No, you did with the Dittos.
Oh no, that was an ETB. So every pack in the ETB came with a Ditto.
Crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a single Ditto in the one that Mason opened for me.
Yeah, and like Pokenomics just said, Chief just called him out for lurking. But yeah, I mean, someone like his channel, or like I said, definitely do some research before you pull the trigger on that card. I don't know if it's overvalued. I don't know the print run on them. All I was saying just in generality is like a Japanese exclusive Charizard promo that looks like that is probably not a bad idea if you have the right, facilitated research behind it to spend that much money on it.
Yeah.
That card is awesome. Not financial advice, obviously. I think I prefaced that.
I mean, there's one right now. A buy it now, PSA 10 going for about $1,500.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $1,500 for a PSA 10, knowing that they go for $600 raw.
Yeah, I would buy it raw.
The thing with sealed promos that I've been burned in the past, and this is a lesson for anybody in chat or anybody who hasn't dealt with sealed promos, is I've ordered a few with dents in them. So like I said, it's just asking the right questions to the seller, especially if it's a buy it now listing. Just ask the right questions, because if it's a sealed promo, there's probably a reason that's kept sealed. If it is a play to grade it, especially if it's in America. In Japan, it makes a little bit more sense because it's a lot more difficult to grade with PSA.
Yeah.
But yeah, that card is killer.
Yeah, it is.
That was clean too. $49. Got a few bids on it. It's going pretty cheap right now.
Send me that link. Oh.
Hey, so here's another cool Charizard. I'm just messing with you, man.
So many. Oh my god.
Oh, there's so many.
There's so many. It's
Do you know about Gixon? So I'm actually about to make a video on this here pretty soon. I've talked about it before. Oaks and we talk about it. I haven't clicked to buy something on eBay that wasn't a buy it now listing, like an auction listing, I think in probably 5 or 6 months, if not longer than that. So what Gixon does basically is you enter in the eBay item number, you set up an account, and you get like 11 or 12 free bids a month. And then you can actually reach out to them. It's kind of funny. I'm a small ass channel, but I reached out to them. I was like, hey, I'm about to make a video on you guys. Would you guys want to sponsor it with like a discount code for anybody who wants to join? And no response. That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But
it's worth a shot.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. So I just want to see what they'd say, just to not even really help out me, because if 4 people joined, it's not going to incentivize me. It's not worth my time to do that, but it's just to help people out who wanted to join.
Right.
But yeah, you get like 11 or 12 free bids a month. So what it does in the last 0.1 seconds, it's called like mirror bidding too. I don't understand a lot about it, so take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. But it like snipes your bid from like 2 different points using like VPNs or something like that. That way it prevents shill bids. So if you're bidding in the last like 3 seconds or the last 30 seconds or whatever, shill bids typically happen, within the last like 30 minutes, 15 minutes of the auction. But if you're only bidding at 1 point and it's at the last 0.1 seconds, nobody can rebid you. All you're doing is you're entering your max bid. So basically you can be out mowing the lawn, having a drink with some friends, cutting hair, doing whatever you want to do. And if an auction ends, you don't have to be there for it. It automatically bids for you in the last 0.1 seconds. So you have to really be careful with it, because every now and then missing auctions is healthy because you spend a lot less money on the hobby. But as long as you budget correctly and approach this in a healthy way, it's a really, really great tool to use because you win a lot more auctions.
Okay. Yeah, because I've missed out on quite a few auctions, cutting hair and just totally forgetting. And
yeah,
so that's okay. I'll check that out.
Timing. Yeah, it's the timing aspect. I mean, I've had auctions that have been at like weird times, and I've had to like try and stay awake, or I've had to like try and set a timer and do stuff like that. Whereas that just kind of eliminates, you just set and forget kind of thing. It's pretty cool in that sense. I do like the aspect of it, but kind of alluding to what DNA was saying, I've also overspent a couple of times just because I'm like, I'll throw a bid in that high just to make sure I secure it, but then it's actually gone like pretty close to that, which I wasn't expecting. I was just kind of doing it in a just making sure I get that card kind of thing, and then it's also a numbers game. You can just use that one for your low bids and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's also dependent on the card, right? That one the other day, it would have been no use to me at all because it went for $300. Like whatever I would have put in there, I still would have made no impact. So, like
I said, legitimately yesterday, bro, on Gixxon, I got outbid on 17 items using Gixxon. I was really pissed off. And it was not all of it, but it was extremely rare Rocket Gang Strikes Back first edition. Like I said, those really low pop cards, but it was Rusty's auctions. So Rusty's auctions always go for a stupid premium just because it's, Rusty. But even though a card is pop 18, there's still 18 examples out there, and not all of those are in someone's permanent collection. And I'm not going to pay $200 extra from the last sold. I'm not going to pay $500 when the last sold was $300 at auction. And the last sold was 2 months ago. I'll wait 3 or 4 months to save, 35% on that card or whatever that math breaks down to. It just doesn't make any sense. And what I've actually started building too, I've got a few different cards that I'm about to be putting bids on or placing offers and stuff like that I've got lined up. I need to do it later tonight, but I'm starting to put in a limited web series together, which I'm really excited about while I'm waiting on my other E-Series cards to come through auction at the right price. Web series is really dope. If you don't know about it, I would highly recommend y'all look it up. If any of you watching don't know what web series is.
So much out there, right?
Yeah, so much out there.
So much there to learn every single week. I think that's why I invest so much time and effort into YouTube, just because I learn so much from people talking about it and showing stuff. And when I first got into it, everyone was saying SM Pratt's the guy to like educate. He's the one you need to watch. Like he'll tell you, he'll show you the ropes and stuff like that. But there's so many people now that are exploring and digging around and talking about stuff that they're finding themselves. That's a classic example. Most people probably haven't heard of web series and haven't seen one of those cards, and now they have. Now they're going to go Google it and look at that stuff, which I love. I think that's such a positive thing for the hobby, just mentioning stuff like that. I love it. UAP is already on it. He said he loves the Gengar.
Yeah, I was just messaging him on YouTube. For some reason, I can't message over on StreamYard. But yeah, so the Gengar in web series, it's actually probably one of the most expensive cards in the set. But what's really cool is it's a Misaki Gengar from like the really expensive. They're like $10,000 or $12,000 in a PSA 10, but they reprinted it in web series. So it's the same artwork. So I'm an E-Series fanboy. So you have the Misaki Gengar artwork with an E-Series border. Game over. Sign me up. Like all in. And Unlimited they think that Unlimited got like 20 to 30% of the print that first edition did. but the pop isn't crazy to where you can still find them. So I'm trying to put an unlimited series together. It's gonna be like a multiple year process collection goal, and there's 48 cards in the set. So over time, I'm gonna like just get them at the right price. So I won a trainer card and I won the Nido King, and I have a bunch more at auction for really good prices. And here pretty soon, I'm about to start putting these other cards together. I think I have like 9 cards that I want to put an offering on here pretty soon.
What do you think is? I'll try and word this carefully. What do you think is a set that most people haven't heard of, without trying to sound condescending? But
No,
I just think there is a lot of sets that people haven't heard of.
I mean, in my opinion, this right here, the Jar Rally promo, you don't ever hear people talking about this.
Yeah.
You have an Entei, you have a Celebi, a Lugia, a Mewtwo, a Pichu. I think there's only 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, or in the chat. But yeah, dude, banger artwork. They all look hand drawn, and they're semi affordable. Like, you can pick a raw copy of that for like $100, $150. You know what I mean? You can get a sealed promo for like, I think the buy it now listings for that are like $250, $235, somewhere in there. And you get a PSA 10 under $500 at auction.
I always find it amazing.
Pokepark too.
Pokepark.
Mm-hmm. The UAP just said that.
Yeah.
I have 4 or 5 Pokepark cards that are in my grading pile.
Yeah, I need a couple of those Pikas from there because they're gorgeous, but ridiculous money, even raw. I keep getting outbid on them on eBay. You know what I think is interesting is I feel like most PokeTubers know on the 2000 and the 2010 Pikachu World Collections, but there's very few people in the hobby that have heard of the World Collections. The Pikachu World Collections, the 2 of them, and they're pretty well printed. Like, especially in Japan, the 2010 was printed pretty heavily in Japan. I think that's a pretty interesting one. I think it's a fun one too. We've got different languages and different countries and stuff. It kind of combines a few things going on there. That's one that I always try and like educate people on to like be aware of, and just think it's fun. Like, it's a positive one to bring up.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
We should probably start wrapping up.
Yeah. I figured we were getting there, but I kind of alluded to this in the video. I'm hoping to drop tomorrow. I was gonna do some editing, but I've smashed a bottle of wine since we've been chilling here. So but yeah, no, like,
potion.
I get bored fairly easily with a lot of hobbies and a lot of stuff that I do, because if something's not challenging or exciting, I just want to move on to the next thing. And that's what's so great about this hobby, is because it's like, oh, if you're bored of modern, you have like 9 million different vintage things you can collect. You can collect Shikishi artworks. You can collect JR Rally promos. You can collect Mario Pikachu, which is still modern, but Japanese exclusive. You can collect all these different things. You have, damn it, I keep dropping stuff, but you have like booster boxes. You have graded video games. There's all sorts of different types of stuff to collect, and it's like you can't get bored. It's so fun. What is that? I haven't seen that before.
That is a Pikachu from a Danone yogurt.
Oh yeah, they make a hollow version of that too, don't they?
I don't know if they do. It's well out of my price range, I'm sure. But I mean, like, literally, there's a million variations of things even outside of the regular set cards, right? Even outside, you talked about promos. Like, there's everything. I got stickers, I got coins, you
got Band-Aids, bro.
Band-Aids, magazines, VHS, McDonald's Happy Meal boxes, plushies, Funkos. I got a knockoff watch, like a fake Chinese watch of Pokemon. I mean, I got like ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous. The stuff you could play around with, like just outside of it, it's all fun. But
Yeah.
this has been good, guys. I really should wrap it up.
Yeah.
It is getting late. I got a
For sure.
pregger's wife that's going to be wondering where I'm at right now.
I'll say one last thing. They do have the Dan and Charizard in Hollow, and it's PSA 10 Pop 1. So,
Stop.
Jeez.
yeah, they make a... And they actually have two variations. Basic and Rusty figured this out together, but they have a gold foil print, and they have a silver print of that specific card. PSA doesn't determine the variations between the two. But yeah, the PSA 10's Pop 1.
So what? One's a Pop 0 in a 10.
One's a Pop 0, yeah.
Technically. I wonder who owns the Pop 1 of whichever it is.
Rusty just graded a couple sealed promos of that because that's a sealed promo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Rusty just graded.
Yeah, this one's still sealed. I don't know if you can see it inside it.
You can grade it like that. I don't know if you knew that or not, but Rusty graded a couple of the Hollow Pikachus from Danon with PSA, and they got 10s. So you have the graded card, and then you have the graded promo that are like super, super low pop.
Yeah, no, this guy jacked up. I don't know if you can see, he folded it all up when he put it in. He jacked up the plastic, but the card looks impeccable. I think
if you get a 10 on that, I guarantee you that's worth some money.
What's worth some money?
I mean, I have no idea because that's a very, very niche card. But if you find the right buyer who needs that, they're willing to pay up for it, I bet.
I'm not kidding. This is 10 quality. I mean, everybody says it, but there is nothing. It is... I don't know how the hell they're going to center that. Like, how do you measure centering on something that doesn't have a centering? I don't know. But other than that, it is absolutely supremely clean. I paid $9 for it. So, even at $20 grading, I need to hit $30. I'm going to profit. Yeah, I don't know.
You're not going to sell that.
UAP... They do only grade the cellophane. They don't grade the card. They just grade the wrapper, which is kind of funny. It's like you can send them like a bent in half card, and if the wrapper's in perfect condition, they'll still give you a 10.
Yeah, it's... I don't know on that one. It's still... I haven't sent one in cellophane. I nearly sent in the hype the Duraludon GameStop promos, and then I stopped myself because I was like... Duraludon shit and nobody wants to buy it in a sealed slab. Like, it's a cool card, and like I have one. I think I give you one, Gigabyte. Like, it's a cool card to have because it's a GameStop promo, it's unique and whatever. But like, people aren't searching PSA 10 GameStop promo Duraludon. Like, it's just not something people are spending money on. But yeah, that one I feel like could be a good PWCC candidate to sell. But about it for me, guys. I'm
a Pikachu guy,
right? This is for me. It's a cute one. Little teaser from our next mail day video. Yeah, you guys have anything to add before we start wrapping up? Before we shut down?
You got a Pregger's wife. We can hop off whenever, man. I just want to say thanks for always having me on. Sorry I had some weird connectivity issues. It's been a pleasure talking with both of you, and
yeah, man.
Thanks, hopefully Gengar. We can all get together here soon.
Yes. Gengar? That's what your name says.
Oh, can you change my name? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of mean that you can just make somebody look stupid on StreamYard.
Oh, you don't look stupid. I did it when
I don't think that at all.
You're talking about the Gengar. I was like, I'll do it. Yeah, but I could definitely have put like, I don't know, Dingleberry or something. I'm sure.
Sexbot.
Something. Yeah.
Sex chatbot.
I did think that initially, but I thought, no, I'm going to do Gengar and won't get too carried away. Jacob, thank you too. Thank you, DNA. Man. Thank you both. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. Chat's had a blast. I've seen them popping off. Nightlight. I don't know what the Nightlight is, but yeah, we've got plenty of people pretty involved in the UAPs calling out my creme de la creme. I love it. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Awesome night. Thanks for joining me, guys. 2.5 hours. Where did that go? Oh my god. Feels like 2 minutes. It's wild how fast these go. So Basic still undefeated. We have a 5-hour live stream with Basic that's still undefeated. It looks like we have that to beat. So maybe another night.
Dude, you know what? I'll throw this last little bit in there. You know what I would love to do one day is to go live at like 2 p.m. and go until like 12 p.m. just one day. Like ordering takeout, like just everything, just like chilling, do like an 11-hour live stream or something stupid. And have like 12 different people on, just all hanging out throughout the day. That'd be a blast, honestly.
You know, it's interesting you say that, and the fact that Basic and ours went 5 hours, because I did read when I was looking in the settings that it caps out 4 hours when you're not monetized. Like before you monetize, it's like a cap of 4 hours for a live, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I've gone more than 4 hours a couple of times. So, yeah, I don't know if it's 4 hours that it doesn't record or like whatever, but you can definitely live stream for longer. So, I'd be up for it. Oh, bots are back.
Again.
Yeah, exactly. So
just in time,
they heard you talking about them.
I'll get that set up. What I want to do, last thing I'll say, I'm sorry, I keep throwing stuff out. There's so much stuff to talk about, but like what I would love to do as well is at Collecticon, bring this mic and bring this laptop and have it set up. Or I'm going to have my DSLR and a bunch of camera equipment with me.
That'd be cool.
What I'm going to do is like, it'd be cool to have like 10-minute rounds with like 5 different people and do like a 50-minute live stream or something like that. And just pretty much have like 4 or 5 questions to ask them and let them talk the whole time and just, see what they have to say and do like live Collecticon. And for all the people who aren't there, they can just see us hammered talking about Pokemon together. I think that'd be a blast.
Wild. I'm in. I would watch the whole thing or be a part of it. Yeah, that'd be wonderful. All right, thanks for joining Friyay, guys. Chat. I'll see you later.